Everyone. I am assigned 2% sample 6-7 with the Jeters Company reports of volume for the month of June. And we need to find the cost of ending inventory using first in, first out, last in, first out, and average cost. So we'll start off with computing the cost of ending inventory using first in, first out. So we know that the initial inventory was 120 units. They later made two purchases of 370 units and 200 units, which if we add that up, add these three figures up, and we'll go ahead and do that. It's 200 plus 370 plus 120, 190. If we have an ending inventory of 230, means 460 goods were sold. But that's not what we're focused on right now. We're focused on the cost of ending inventory. If we use the first in, first out method, excuse me, we are going to focus and assume that the first goods that were purchased were the first to be sold. So we're focusing on ending inventory for first in, first out. So if we have an ending inventory of 230, that means we still have 200 units from the purchase made on June 23rd, and we still have 30 units from the purchase made on June 12th. So what we need to do in order to get the cost of ending inventory is you will multiply 200 times 7, and that's 1400. And then you can also do, and you still need 30 units. So you'll take that from the June 12th purchase. So in order to get your 230 units, you can do that by taking 30 at the cost of $6. That's 180 units. Um, so 180 units plus the 200 units at $7 a unit gets you 1400. If we add these two units together, 180, it gives us our first in, first out ending inventory. The cost of goods sold, we take we subtract our total cost from the total units sold. So that would be the total cost of the June 1st inventory, which is 660, plus the June 12th purchase, which is 2,220, plus the purchase made on June 23rd, which is 14,000, which gives us our cost of goods available for sale. So we subtract our 1580 from 4280 to give us 2700, which is the cost of goods sold for first in, first out. For our last in and first out, we are assuming that the goods that were purchased last will be sold first. In this case, our remaining inventory is 230. Now, in order to get the remaining cost of our inventory, we did have 120 units as the initial purchase or initial inventory at a rate of $5 per unit. So we add that. We still need to find 110 units, so we'll be taking that from our next purchase, the unit. So the cost of ending inventory, the 230 units for last in, first out, is $1,260. Now the cost of goods sold, we're going to take the cost of goods available for sale minus the 1260, and that gives us 3020. Now our average cost is done a little bit differently. Our average cost, we need to find the average unit cost. We calculate the average unit cost by adding up our total cost, which gives us our cost of goods available for sale, and dividing it by the total of our units. In this case, 120, 370, and 200. And that gives us 6.203. So that is our average unit cost. And since we have an ending balance of 230 units, we will multiply that by 6.203, which gets us 1427. We subtract the 1427 from the cost of goods available for sale, which is 4,280. And it gives us a cost of goods sold for average cost of 2,853. The questions that go along with this exercise: which costing method gives us the highest ending inventory, the highest cost of goods sold, and why? The first in, first out method gives us the highest ending inventory. Since the remaining inventory was purchased at a higher cost, last in, first out, since it assigns the latest cost, which is the $6 and the $7, of the goods purchased, the rising costs mean a higher amount of cost of goods sold. How do the average cost values for ending inventory and cost of goods sold relate to ending inventory and cost of goods sold for first in, first out, and last in, first out? They are the weighted average of units purchased at different prices. Depending on which method is used, those units are involved in first in and first out, or last in and first out. Explain why the average cost is not $6. For the average cost, this method does not use the simple average of unit cost, which would be $5 plus $6 plus $7, which is the unit cost at each period for that purchase. And you would divide that by 3, and that would get you $6. Instead, the average cost method uses the average weighted by the quantities purchased at each unit cost, meaning the 4280 divided by the amount that's been purchased at each period. Um, that is my presentation, and thank you.